rap lady. Okay.
Lady that read the lyrics. I have a question on, well, I listen to rap, but, I listen to all kinds of music, usually. But I have a question. Is there a way that maybe rappers know among themselves, say, when somebody, because a lot of lyrics that you read, some of the lyrics might sound like, oh, okay, maybe the guy that's reading the lyrics, maybe he did experience some of what he's, rapping. But is there a way, like, do rappers identify, because maybe the listeners is interested in the rapper's style, his or her style, and his or her lyrics. But a lot of the lyrics, some of them don't write their own lyrics. So
Snoop Dogg.
my question is there a way the rappers among themselves can identify if what the rapper is rapping about, if he or she has actually rapped about things that he has gone, or is it just, like Kanye West said, the rapper is rapping on the
They do keep track. It's keeping it real, and they're.
As soon as you put it on up, write something down, right?
And they want. They do watch each other. As you know, there's several publications on the rap music or rap music industry, like Vibe, XXL, a little bit Rolling Stone, but it's the hood publications where you really get the information about how rappers really feel about each other, and what are the current beefs besides Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj. But there's a publication that's called Hip Hop Weekly, and originally started like rap in New York, Bronx, and Brooklyn, but it has really spread out across the country. And you can even buy it in Kroger's here, which I was surprised, in Columbus. But rappers do look and watch each other, and today you don't really hear too much about the beefs, but earlier in especially in the 90s, there were a lot of beefs about keeping it real, and many of the people who were putting forward these beefs were like 50 Cent, who obviously, unfortunately, lives the way he raps. So they do keep track, and also there's certain rappers that even though they may be popular, the more pop music rappers like Soulja Boy and some others, but they're looked down upon in the real rap world.
See, like Kanye West said, the rappers be rapping on things.
Mhm.
But don't you actually you have to think about what you're rapping like before you write it down, unless you have a writer that writes the song.
Well,
Like the CD,
unfortunately,
like I'm just rapping, so I'm talking where I rap, so it might sound stupid to some people. It might sound strong and true to some other people. Is that what it means?
did you want to comment on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say, a lot of times rappers like Lil Wayne don't write anything down or have anything written for them at all. They just carry a mic everywhere they go, and then what they're feeling at the time, they record and just put it all together at the same time.
Yeah, that's the real rap, freestyle, flow of consciousness.
In the rap, what's the I want to know
Sure.
correctly exactly. You probably will have to correct because I'm not sure. But my question is, say the raps began to like as a form of expression of what goes on in your daily life and what you're going through.
Mhm.
But then of course it has, how would you say, it has has changed throughout the years, and like he's talking like today's rap is more of like a commercial rap, like
Mhm.
he's trying to sell records and
Mhm.
trying to sell a lot of records and trying to get platinum.
Mhm.
This makes it, the more he sells, the more money he makes. But so my question is, well, yeah, I don't want to keep talking because I
No,
might
go.
go away from my question. But that was my question: is there like a cue during songs that rappers might identify and say, okay, what he's saying is true and what he's saying is not true?
No, you have to know the person who is doing the producing of the mixtape, which is really where the good stuff is at, is mixtape. In fact, Eminem, his mixtape, I like it better than the last two albums he made. And he has this song on the mixtape. It's called Syllables. And basically, it's 50 Cent is on it. And I think Jason.
What's that called?
The mixtape?
Not yet. One you said it's called syllables.
Syllables. Syllables.
Or is a rapper saying that, or what?
He mixed it in his Detroit recording studio, and you can download it on any of the mixtape online places, and you don't have to pay anything, and it's legal. It's semi-legal, but it's legal. But anyway, the song, what they're talking about is nobody's really paying attention to what you're saying as long as you have a good hook, Bring It On, or, as long as someone can remember at least two of your lyrics from your song, and as long as it has a good beat, no one else pays attention, or the commercial buying world pays attention to what you're singing about. And it was really interesting because 50 Cent, in his lyrics, he said that, you have 8 and 11-year-olds controlling your money. And I hate to think that there are 8 and 11-year-olds listening to 50 Cent, but there are. And basically, it's so commercial. And in fact, did you see? Have you seen Dr. Dre? I Need a Doctor, the video. Well, I like.
Oh, I know you have a commercial that says "Trust me."
No, but this is a video. They performed it at Eminem and Dre, and I forgot who the female singer, the hook. They performed it at the last Grammys. But it's really interesting in the video because they're trying to resuscitate Dr. Dre in a sense, not only his mind and his soul and all that, but his body, but also his career. But there is so much HP junk in the commercial, in the video, that it really takes away from what Eminem is trying to say, how much Dr. Dre, what he's done for him, and now it's been 15 years. We've been waiting for this album, for 15 years, and when is it going to come out? Get it together, man. But I do like at the end of the video, in that Dr. Dre is at Easy's grave, and I had read lyrics from Bone Thugs of Harmony, The Crossroads, and they were talking about Easy, and Easy was one of the founding members of Niggers with an Attitude, NWA, and that's where Dr. Dre really got his start, even though he was in like a little boys group before that. And during the early 90s, they just kind of, the Niggers with Attitude, they just fought over money. And also in that group was Ice Cube and some other well-known rappers. And Snoop Dogg, even though he wasn't part of NWA at that time, he always hung around with Dr. Dre. But anyway, to me, that was the only real thing in the whole video.
And just to finish my question or comment, all the lyrics that you read, is that commercial rap, or it sounded more like other kind?
It used to be that there were different types of, like good time rap, gangster rap, explicit rap. There were all these types of rap. But now, for this century, it's more of a geographic type of thing. Like you have Chicago, and then you have the Southern style, and you still have people that.
The rappers, lyrics you read from, they write their own lyrics.
Yes, definitely wrote their own. And if I had to put them in a category, I would put it in either underground rap or conscious rap. even though the Ghetto Boys were known, especially with Scarface, as gangster rap, but those lyrics, it's beautiful to me. The imagery and showing it.
That's why I came to this book because I wanted to, learn about the lyrics because I'm listening to rap, but I did want to know if there's a way that because rappers, they're the ones in the industry, maybe when they hear someone else's rap or rap song, they might say, okay, this.
It's not so much listening. It's who you know, and the way to get known in rap is mixtape or even do what Soulja Boy did, make a video for YouTube. But then when you really start getting started, you go in these groups. Like Lil Wayne was here a couple weeks ago, and he had his Young Money crew with him. But that's how you get known, not performing individually, but with a crew, with groups. And that's why in the early rap, like NWA and Ghetto Boys, they were groups performing. Sure.
Every rapper, when they start their career, like is in the industry, they have to begin writing their own lyrics, right? Like they all start writing their own lyrics.
Not anymore. If you get a producer.
Someone fits like the celebrity profile, they just the lyrics, have a
Well, see, right now what we have, rap is actually a derivative of spoken word, which is why they're doing it this month. Spoken word, what you said from the African roots, a lot of times it really came from an African American culture traditionally. So we speak as African Americans. You notice we speak in a rhythmic tone anyway.
I was gonna ask, does that have to do with like?
And then it's just us. It's just because of who we are. It's who we are as people. So that's how it comes through in the music. So to answer your first question, you can tell if someone's a commercial rapper and if they are rapping from their soul based on what they're saying. Just like you can tell, an artist if they're a studio artist or if they actually have talent. It's what you gain from what you listen to.
I've heard rappers, some rap songs, that it might sound like, personally, the type of rap music that I like is like, I would call it inspirational rap. Let's say you're going to be
T-Bone.
motivation or something.
Somebody like that.
Rap song. But it's something that's, I enjoy more inspirational rap more than like commercial rap.
Right.
I might listen to commercial rap sometimes, but personally, if I'm like, sometimes you demand something, you have something to motivate you.
Exactly.
Sometimes. But my question is that because sometimes I've heard rap songs where it sounds like, okay, like this guy, they go through that,
Yeah, a lot.
Maybe,
A lot of times they have.
They call them on stage.
A lot of times they have, like he asked about 50 Cent. 50 Cent does speak about how the street life he lived. Prior to being a rapper, he actually was someone who sold drugs and lived. He was actually living on the street, homeless, while he was trying to be a rapper.
His mom sold drugs too, right?
Exactly. So a lot of these people do speak about what they hear, what they live, but a lot of them have what we call ghostwriters. Whereas I'm great with words, but you're a better.
Is that what ghostwriter is? Oh, there's a guy.
That's what he writes the words, but the other person will say it. But he may actually write the other person's experience for him. So say you tell me your story, I'm better writing it down and putting it in historical order or.
But you can also put it in that commercial manner so it sells.
And that's a producer. That goes on to another level.
Thank you.
I just have a question. What is your opinion on KRS-One?
Oh, Chris, he's the god. He's the ruler.
Okay.
He is. If I had to put someone as number one, it would be KRS-One, and you know, his early group Boogie Down Productions.
Criminal Minded?
Oh yes, yes. There, there's well, as you probably know, I like books, and so I order a lot of books. In fact, the book from Amazon. But one of the things that Amazon is having is that if you're a premium user of Amazon, that means that you pay a little bit something at the beginning of the year, so you get your books, music, whatever, within 2 days. Well, they now have Premiere Video, so you can see like The Beef. The Beef is like a history of rap competition, rap music, and you can watch it for free on Amazon. They also have The Roots. They're one of their video shows for free. You can watch on Amazon, and like Hulu and some of the other places, they're great places to go to see films. Like the Hulu's show is showing Old Dirty Bastard biography. So, but anyway, yeah, KRS-One, and he's interviewed in the Beef quite a bit. He's a real